Hello, I would like to talk about how we can bring our cultural heritage into the virtual space. We all have many objects in our collections of artworks and other historical objects that we would like to present to as many people as possible and bring into various contexts. And in the digital age, we also need to bring them into the virtual space. For that, we need to transform our organization, our museums, into a digital museum. And that means it needs a digital strategy. A digital strategy is, of course, part of a general strategy where we want to go, in which direction we want to go with this organization. And in the end of the transformation is maybe a new idea of the museum in the digital society. Part of that is that we need digital processes, that we need to digitize our internal processes in the museum. That also means a change of roles of our employees. That is based on digital media. Of course, our internal database and data infrastructures that we need to build. What does it mean? Well, at the core of it is a database, the museum's database, the collection data that is accessed via a user interface, an application system that has a certain internal role, and where you do the documentation of the objects, loans, exhibition planning, and more. But the database should also have an external role via an API where you make that data available and have the possibility to bring it into new contexts, such as your own website, an app, a hackathon, or whatever you can imagine. That means I would like to talk about collection data as API. That means an application programming interface. That means the data is not only human readable, such on the website, but also computer readable. That is, we can send a request and we get as a response structured data. That is metadata, image data, maybe 3D data in the future. And that again means the objects can be integrated into different platforms. So here is our documentation process internally as a backend that has a database with collection data that we make accessible via an API that we can present on our website. We can give to harvesters such as the Europeana. We can build applications on top of that or integrate in our open data portal if we have something like this. Many museums actually do have such an open data possibility, and they offer their collection data via an API, which is wonderful. But it's not only a one direction, but we also get some data in return. This is the dashboard of the Cleveland Museum of Art. On the left side, you see the downloads on the website. In the middle, you see the downloads via the API. These are 23 millions, so much more than via the website. They even offer them on Wikipedia, and you see on the top right 160 millions compared to 3 millions on their websites alone. So the objects get much more visibility if you are able to integrate them on different platforms. So what I call a multi-front-end strategy, and that means the physical objects are, of course, presented in the museum space. And the digitized objects are also presented where the people are as well, and that is the virtual space. And if the objects can be accessed via the API, they can also be placed in new contexts on different platforms. Multi-front-end strategy. The first front end is our own website, maybe. Other front ends can be Wikimedia Commons, apps, a collection wall such as this one, or many other possibilities in the future. The museums of the city of Dresden that I'm working with currently is part of the municipality of Dresden. And the municipality has a smart city strategy. Smart city means certain concepts aimed at making cities more efficient, technologically advanced, ecological, and socially inclusive. Part of that is smart communications, smart energy, smart government, smart health, and things like smart mobility. And I believe the smart museum should be part of that ecosystem in which we are exchanging data, in our case, cultural data, data about cultural heritage on those new platforms. That's why I say the museum should be a smart museum, and we have to build the data infrastructures in order to take part in that smart city ecosystem. Thank you very much.